Hello and welcome aboard the Hecate. We are here. We are ready for the Great British Swim. It's been happening for 5 months. For those of you who don't know anything about this, Ross Edgley had a wonderful idea about 6 months ago. He thought he would set the world record to be the first person ever, there he is, going past me, the first person to ever swim around Great Britain without touching land. And now he's only a couple of hours away from finishing. And it's quite interesting because we got onto this boat, it was pitch black, everyone was asleep, and now everyone's suddenly sprung to life. Breakfast is happening, people are cooking, the crew are on board, there's cameras for the vlog crew. It's amazing. So let's go and see what Ross is up to. Cup of tea in hand. I think he's talking to the captain, which is Matt. Some of you will have been keeping up with his weekly vlogs, which have been on the Red Bull YouTube channel. But those of you who haven't, this is the main man himself. Ross, hello.
Morning.
We're gonna come
get involved.
Come get involved. Yes, we're gonna come get involved.
How are we?
We are very well. How are you?
It's a bit cold this morning, isn't it?
It is a little bit cold. It is a little bit cold. You've got your cup of tea. Do you want me to hold that?
Please.
Let me hold things for
I
you.
think the saving grace is it's not Scotland. You know? It could be, I mean, I love Scotland. I do love it, but you know, I mean, me and you would be right now just hugging a cup of tea, and it would be a very different story. But how are you enjoying it?
I am very much enjoying it.
Is this your first time to Margate?
It is my first time to Margate.
Do you like it?
I do like it. I've mainly seen the Hecate.
And what do you think? You're doing really well, by the way, because it is. I mean, it's not choppy today, but it's a bit. And you got your sea legs. You feel all right?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel fine. I feel fine. I don't know how our equipment feels.
Is it struggling? Is it struggling a little bit? Thanks, Matt.
And this is Matt.
Morning.
Matt, how are you feeling?
Game face on.
Shall I give you the mic? How are you feeling?
Yeah, a little bit nervous, but yeah, it's all good. I'm just we're just trying to make sure Ross makes these last couple of miles without us cooking it at the end. So yeah, still got a long swim to go by most people's standards.
I bet you're really looking forward to this.
I am. He's always like this. He's such a morning person. Where there's times where I'm just like, get out of bed and I'm like, ugh. Whereas he's always this cheerful. There's times when, there's times that but no, it feels weird. It feels so weird because it's even now actually. And Matt said we had a meeting yesterday. We were still doing passage plans. We're still treating this like a real swim, you know, because it's still 2 miles, which isn't a lot in the scheme of things, but if you get the tide wrong as well coming into Margate, we could kind of disappear to Dover and miss Margate, so there's still an element.
Definitely don't do that.
No, I don't want So there's still an element of let's enjoy it, but I really don't think I'll enjoy it until I'm speaking to you on the beach, if that means, you know, I still feel a little bit a bit nervous, a little bit like I want to get there a little bit. So yeah, still a little bit nervous.
You will be absolutely fine. And so many people are rooting for you. They've come from all over. Are you excited to meet everyone?
No, I feel bad. People were getting up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I think people got flights here as well. So I just, I love Margate. Like I said, the pizza there's amazing. They also do these like Danish pastries. You know, they're like the cinnamon buns and stuff. So I just can't wait for that. And I hope everybody likes Margate as much as I do, you know, so that would be nice.
I feel like Ross is going to have a cooking channel after this.
Very niche, just pizzas and pastries. It's very niche.
Cooking book next.
We've run out. I always say, the only thing I would have loved to have finished in Scotland, for those who watched the vlog, I think it was like episode 17, it was the nutrition one. Have you heard of Rowies, by the way? Karen, oh my God. Honestly, so if you get the chance, Fraserburgh, Petershead, and Aberdeen, but before there, they do like this local delicacy called Rowies. It's basically a croissant, but like more calories and just like a croissant's bigger brother.
Right.
That's the best way I can describe it. So when people in Scotland on the East Coast, they heard that I had to make up 15,000 calories, they were just like, look, that's easy. And they were called Rowies. So they brought me like a dustbin bag full of Rowies.
Wow.
It was powerful.
Stay away from Rowies is what I heard from that. It's like a massive pastry, but worse.
Are you swimming today? Are you going to get in? I've got a spare wetsuit.
I really wanted to. I so wanted to, but I've got to work. Darn it. Because, I really want to get in that water. I'm not cold at all, sat here dry.
This also, that's what I'm most proud of, by the way. Not necessarily the swim, the banana tally. You see that? I don't know what we're up to. I think Matt will know the final figure. I think we're up to about, he's going to tell me in a minute, 600. Matt, what's the banana tally up to?
640 something.
So I could possibly do 650 if I go hard on the bananas in this final 2 miles. Your face.
Eat the new Banana Man.
That's.
Rhino Neck, Banana Man. The nicknames keep coming. Halloween next year. You missed it this year, but Halloween next year goes the Banana Man. I love that banana tally.
It's good. It does look like a prison type thing, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Respect the banana.
It's like not as a like Matt just kind of was like he's eating a lot of bananas. It was my salt tongue. When my tongue was falling apart. I think it was like episode 2, and it was just really suffering. And for all the Energels and smoothies and stuff, there was just something about a banana because it was like fairly bland, neutral on the tongue. So Matt was like, "Wow, he's really going through the bananas. I'm gonna keep a tally, just And then it turned into what it is. It was kind of a joke at first. And then people were even bringing us bananas. So off Norfolk, people were just coming out, just like, do you need more bananas? And it was so nice because I think the community around the Great British Swim all understood that. And so they'd turn up, how's the tongue? Do you need some bananas? Whereas in the harbour where people didn't know about the swim, were like, why does everyone keep asking about his tongue and if he wants bananas? It was this really weird. So that's what's been really nice. So hopefully as well, when the 300 people come in, that flotilla, we can all share a banana. That'd be nice.
That would be lovely.
That's the goal.
What is amazing is that if people haven't seen the vlogs, even after today, they can go back and then see it all unfold.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few people doing that now because it's built up such momentum. A lot of people were seeing in the news this week, and they were like, I didn't even know about this. So people this week have just been binging and just doing like a Great British Swim marathon, and watching, which is kind of a good way to do it because. I mean, I look very different. I'm like, I'm haggard and hairy now. So you kind of, if you watch it all back to back, like I think there's 25 episodes now. So that's 250 minutes of me swimming and eating. And, so you get to see the Great British Swim and the team as well. Even like Matt and Harriet and all the guys, they all evolve throughout the whole episode. And so I'm actually, I know it sounds really weird, but I'm a big fan. So I can't wait to watch because of these guys. So I can't wait to kind of get home and have my own. Is that weird?
No, it's just really nice. It's really nice that it's all about him, but he keeps mentioning the crew. Matt means business. Let's listen to Matt.
Oh, yeah.
15-minute warning.
I'm going to get suited up.
You go get
Change
suited.
your mind, spare goggles.
I'll have a think. Right, I'll leave you to it. Thank you, Ross. The Hecate is in full motion. Let's go this way. Aha. And in here... we have Liv, who works at Red Bull and is doing our social media. Liv's like, don't mention me. And we have Suzanne, who is basically the mother on the boat in every sense. Is that right?
Exactly, yes. Ross has become my eldest son since he's joined the boat. And I've been mummying him, as all mummies do, making sure he eats lots of food. And
you've been in charge of all the nutrition.
Yes. And so the big challenge was when he joined the boat, he was all muscle. He had no fat on him whatsoever. And so the important thing was he couldn't burn that while he was swimming. He needed use fat to fuel the Great British Swim. So that was the challenge. And I'm very happy to say we got him fat.
Yes.
He's very proud of that.
True mummy style.
Yes. That's good.
And he's about to go swimming.
Yeah.
What has he had for breakfast this morning?
He's had a huge bowl of granola with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is really fantastic because it's got lots of protein in and fat, so that's a really good start for a swim. But as he is very cheeky, he's also had a massive cheese toasty with bacon because he needs fueling. And he's got a long day ahead today, so we needed to make sure he had plenty inside him.
He absolutely does. He seems very excited, and the crew must be very excited. But at the same time, do you feel a little bit sad? What are the emotions? Because you guys have been together for 5 months, well, just over now.
Well, we had a really lovely crew dinner last night where we all sat and we all chatted about our highs and lows and how great it's been and how we'll never forget it. And we gave Ross some biodegradable glitter to put in his beard so that he would be sparkly today. I don't think I've managed to get it on him yet. And some British Union Jack socks to wear for interviews so he could flash them every now and again. And some boxers, which I don't think he will flash.
Brilliant.
And it was really nice. Yeah, no, we all felt that it would be an experience none of us will ever forget. And we'll probably be telling, you know, our grandchildren. The summer that someone swam round the whole of Great Britain. I mean, for goodness sake, that's ridiculous. We're still astonished that it, well, actually when I met Ross, I knew he'd do it. But it's still the most unbelievable thing. My toast is burning.
Right, I will let you get back to cooking. Let's go this way. Thank you, guys.
So last position that he swam to.
Okay, where is the last? Everyone is up and ready. The boat is seriously rocky, so I'm going to hold on before I go aboard. Beautiful skyline. Ross is getting ready to get back into the water to finish his swim, and I believe we're going to see him swimming from the position that he was in yesterday. So check this out.
That way, Ross. Find you, I can't find you.
If you poke your head around that corner just over there, that is Land's End. And that it's such an important part of the Great British Swim. It means we've swum over 500 kilometres from Margate to Dover, all the way down the south coast, and are now at Land's End. South coast, tick! The Great British Swim has become the world's longest staged sea swim. It sounds crazy to say just because it's so easy when staring at the bottom of the seabed to lose track of what's going on outside, distances covered, any metrics of success. It's really easy to lose sight of that. So the media guys all came on the boat, we were talking about the swim. I got a plaque, never had a plaque before, that was pretty cool. Got to spray some champagne, which was awesome. I don't usually do that. I panicked. We made it to John O'Groats, and it seems that we set a record for Land's End to John O'Groats. It feels amazing. The pace and speed that we've set was just necessary to try and get all the way around Great Britain in the weather window that is the British summer. In a strange way, we didn't realise we were going to set one.
Well, there we go. And before we do anything else, I've grabbed this lady because in a second she'll be going back to Margate Beach. This is Ross's very patient girlfriend,
Oh, thank you very
Hester. Hester, when he first told you about this idea, what was your reaction, honestly?
Do you know what? I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, he told me it was 60 days. So I said, yeah, go for it, babe. That's fine. And then I got another phone call going, oh, it's going to be 3 months. And then I got another one going, oh, it's going to be 5 months. And I thought, do you know what? He's already gone for it now. Just you finish it.
I love that. I feel like most girlfriends would rant and shout down the phone, and you're like, you go for it, babe, okay. And how often have you been seeing each other?
Actually, it's been quite often. Every 2 weeks I'll come up to the boat. So I'll finish work on a Friday, come up for the weekend, and then I'll travel back Sunday night. So it's been pretty much my life for the past 5 months.
And how used to the boat have you gotten? Because we all came on today. I'm like holding on for dear life. It's noisy, there's stuff going on. Obviously, everyone's here to do business.
Yeah.
What has it been like for you?
To be honest, it's been absolutely fine as long as I take seasickness tablets. And if I take those, then everything's good.
And when you saw, obviously, salt tongue and
Yeah,
rhino neck,
yeah.
and for those who don't know, it was the chafing on the back of his wetsuit, which developed into the lovely nickname Rhino Neck. Salt tongue, where chunks of his tongue literally fell onto his pillow, and of course jellyfish.
Yes.
As his girlfriend, were you just not like, right, stop this, let's go home?
No, I just wanted to see pictures and updates every day, so I was making him take pictures of his feet in bed for me, because at one point they're all blue and purple, so I was making him WhatsApp me pictures just to make sure they were getting better. So I did that with his tongue, his feet, his neck, everything.
Sexy pics have reached a new level in this relationship.
Definitely. Hashtag romance.
Hashtag romance. I love it. And when you've been here, and obviously he's still swimming, so you've come down for the weekend, but 6 hours he's swimming, 6 hours he's pretty much sleeping. There's not really much chill time or fun time for you guys.
No, not really. I mean, all I'll do is probably sit on the boat, just read a book, eat something with the crew, you know, just wait until Ross is out of the water, and then we'll just have a bit of a chat, and then we'll just go to bed. But it's just nice seeing each other. That's all I'm here for. Just to see him, just to make sure he's okay.
Oh, she's
You know.
just the best,
Oh.
isn't she? And we've got Ross in the background laughing. She is the best, so supportive. You should do anything she wants.
You're welcome. No, you can't keep the beard. That's like a no.
She is the best girlfriend ever. I'm Team Hester.
Caroline said no beard.
I feel like I'm getting in the middle of something now. Oh dear. I tell you what, we should do a poll on Facebook. Send in your comments as to whether he should keep the beard or not. Men and women alike.
We're not keeping the beard.
I love it. You're grabbing tea. Oh, can I also... One amazing thing about being on this boat, can we please look at that incredible sunrise over here? Look at that. Look at that over there. I've only been on here for about an hour, but that is just incredible. And of course, taking on a mammoth challenge like this has to come with some consequences to your mental health and your physical health. And so much has changed physically with Ross. He touched on it when we were talking earlier, but check out how much his body has changed.
William McCormack has asked, how has my body changed during the swim so far? Basically, I'm chubbier and I'm hairier. I started the whole Great British Swim, naive and much leaner than I am now, and And speaking to some open water swimmers, they were saying, Ross, you really need to bulk up. And so taking their words of advice, before we actually got all the way around to Scotland, I was much heavier, much sort of rounder and chubbier. I always said there's no blueprint for this. No one's done it before, and there's certainly no diet for it. And body fat as well kind of makes me a little bit more resilient to the cold and a little bit more buoyant as well. My nose is being eroded by the salt water. My tongue has now fallen out with the salt water. Just woke up this morning with chunks of my tongue on my pillow. There's no way to describe it. Take a peek at this. I felt my neck just kind of was just basically bleeding. I was so stubborn. I just ploughed on. It was a dark moment, that start. Imagine you've got a wound and then you're being told that you have to rub sandpaper over that wound for 6 hours a day, twice a day, to achieve your goal. That's what it's like. The hope is that it turns into like a callus. Someone said on social media, like a rhino neck. I've developed really good peripheral vision. When I'm swimming, if a jellyfish is coming either side or straight on, I can now identify where he is and where his tentacles are. The hair on my face is kind of protecting me from this jellyfish, just offering a little bit of armour around the chin. Genuinely, the other day, jellyfish, schmack, bounced straight off it. Rather than just teabagging, he just kind of ricocheted off either side. Your body needs to become an instrument, not an ornament. And I think, you know, the fitness industry is slightly going down the route where everybody's looking at aesthetics, getting their summer body, you know, six-pack abs. You know, your body should reflect what you are training for. Your body should be fit for purpose, not just fit, not just generally, you know, fit. Turn your body into an instrument, not an ornament, and make sure that your body has a story to tell.
Lovely. Ross has just literally handed me this and said we call it the ocean potion. Don't really know how to describe that smell. Look at it. But I'm sure it's great.
Try some.
No, thank you.
No, honestly, it's not as bad as it looks.
Really? Oh gosh. All the pressure of now having to do this.
Jokes aside, that I was taking that, so it's super green. So it's basically for everything around the so it's caring for your immune system is so important as well. So too good. Honestly, try it. Honestly, try it.
I love that Liam's in the background going, yeah, try it. Try it.
Like swill it round like fine wine.
Lovely. No, it's not that bad.
Harriet.
If I had to
Okay, well done.
swim around Great Britain or have a cup of this, I would definitely have a cup of this. Ross, you are getting ready for your final swim.
It feels weird. Like we were just sort of saying, it's
Got tracker and voice,
it feels a
Yeah,
little bit strange
it's
because
all
we've just been doing this for so long. So in so many ways, it kind of feels like just going to work, you know. Yeah. But then it's nice to have some company, you know. So it feels really weird, but a nice sort of weird. You know?
Are you going to try and really savour every moment?
I'm going to try, but we've actually still got to like get in before the tide changes. So I wanted to just kind of savour it and swim a bit of breaststroke and wave to everyone. But I still think there's an element of like we still need to get there. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
What a beautiful... I mean, I know in the vlogs you've been going on about sunrises and sunsets, and it's obviously my first time properly on the boat, and I'm just like, I can't talk to anyone. Look at that. It's amazing.
That was a good one, right?
Oh.
It was, wasn't it?
It's your little gift for having swum all the way around Great Britain. It's just like, there you go, mate. That's yours.
That was a pretty good one. Yeah.
It's just like, wow. It's so beautiful.
Right, and this is the I think for everyone when we talk about like, you know, salt tongue, rhino neck, it is just moments like that where you go, it's a privilege, it's not such a hardship, you know, literally just for those. From Scotland, North Sea, like all the way down, every single morning, every night swim, and you get to see that. So it was always like, oh, that's kind of worth it, you know?
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna go and
Kind of. Get ready. There he is.
Boys,
Going off business as usual. It's been like this for the past 5 months. But fingers crossed, this is the very last time that he does it before he completes his amazing challenge. I'm trying to think where we can get round to have the best view of him. It's all pretty ropey on the boat. Let's go round. I won't start with the puns this early. We've got Craig here, he's been filming all the vlogs.
Crew goodbyes, crew hugs.
Guys, come see Ross off.
Yeah, everyone should come and see Ross.
The whole crew are getting ready to see him off. His very last swim.
I'm not getting too emotional, so I'm going to put my goggles on.
Filling up with tears.
Yeah, it's so what? Right.
Oh, you got this, buddy. Hold on, mate.
I'm going to hug you all later. Okay.
Don't forget the order.
I'm going to hug you later.
Last swim! You did it, Ross!
Which side are you going, Ross? Port side. Yeah.
I dropped you in for a joke, but I've been scared to hurt yourself.
All right, let's go. Go on, Ross!
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my radio is working very well, mate. I don't think my radio is working. I'm not getting trushy through.
Yeah.
Pretty tight. Just let me know if you want me to. Can you?
I'll just turn your volume up.
No, it just wasn't. By the end of this broadcast came through, but the rest of it was just static. Liam? Fucking hell.
just joining us, hello and welcome. We are here for the Great British Swim, and as you can see, Ross is in the water. He still has business as usual today. We haven't quite finished yet, but today is the day where he will set the world record. And he this morning has had some breakfast. He was chilling out with the crew. He was being very chirpy, happy and excited. And then there was a little bit of an emotional send-off from him and the crew. They've obviously been living together for 5 months now in this amazing challenge aboard the Hecate, with the ups and downs, the trials and everything that comes with doing a challenge like this, whether it's the mental consequences and the mental challenges as well, of course, as the physical. His feet's covered, his head's covered. Hopefully there will be no physical implications. I'm told there's no jellyfish. So for any of you who've been watching the vlogs, Ross wants to hear from you. And even anyone who hasn't, send in your comments. Our handle is Red Bull UK on Instagram and Twitter, and you can go onto the Red Bull Facebook page and leave your comments here on YouTube. Get in touch, because later on, when he'll be meeting all of the swimmers, maybe you're a swimmer who's going to swim with him today, drop us a line and we will be reading it out to him. And he does want to hear from all of you. There he is. He said that he wanted to savor this last swim, but actually he kind of has to get down to business, because there is a time restraint. He wants to make it onto the beach on time. So most of the crew are now having breakfast. Matt, the captain, is of course in charge of all of the technicals. He is like the god of the sea. He knows it inside out and has been vital to this whole project. But so has everyone else, down to Suzanne with the cooking, who was so lovely, and even brought myself a little mug of coffee and was checking that all the crew were fed, making sure that Ross had eaten. And then Taz, who's checking the boat as we speak, and Harriet, who's speaking to the captain. It's all one big team and one big family. And all of these people are working to make sure that this man can keep swimming. The Great British Swim was an idea that Ross came up with about 6 months ago to swim round Great Britain without touching land. It seemed crazy because it had never been done before, but that's the kind of person he is. He likes to do the impossible. Originally, he thought it would take 100 days, but 157 days later, he will be completing the task today and arriving on Margate Beach. And please keep your comments coming in, and I will try and read them all out. Emma Godson, thank you for getting in touch. Ross Edgley, thanks for streaming. What an honour to watch. Hashtag Great British Swim. And Andre Damasceno, I hope I've said that correctly. Thank you. The beard made all the difference. Oh, I don't know how Hester's going to feel about that one. Brilliant. Thanks for getting in touch. Delith Moylan, cried as soon as I saw you going into the water. I can't comprehend what you've done. It's absolutely amazing. Delith, it absolutely is. You are right. Older and Wiser, Red Bull UK, and Ross Edgley. We're with you, Ross. Massive congratulations to you and all your crew. Nadia, keep the beard at least till Christmas time. Let's see. Pat Tansley Regan, followed from the start and here for the finish. I applaud you. Hashtag Red Bull, hashtag Great British Swim, hashtag Ross Edgley, hashtag Superhuman. Right, I'm going to start shouting some of these to Ross. Let's see if he can hear me. Ross! Ross! I feel like I need a megaphone. I don't think he can hear me. He's got earplugs in. I forgot. You can tell I'm a novice, clearly. He can't hear me. Of course, he told us about his earplugs. Well, I'll keep reading your comments and I will make sure to tell him. I think he's got a scheduled mini stop, and when he does, I'll read them out. So please keep them coming in. George Lee, The Whole Path on Google Earth, Just Keep Swimming, Great British Swim, love it. Andy Lewis, go Ross, been watching all the way, wish we could be there to see you finish, amazing stuff. Marcus Toon, simply incredible. My daughter was born just as you started, so it's been great to watch you swim together. Aww. And George Lee, go Ross Edgley, I'm watching you live via Meanwhile Tracking on Google Earth. Just keep swimming, Great British Swim. Ronnie, thank you for getting in touch. Ronnie has said, watching Ross Edgley do the last 3 kilometres of the Great British Swim. Legend. He is an absolute legend. Paul, thank you for getting in touch. Ross Edgley, what an achievement. In total awe of you and the team. Enjoyed watching the journey. Congratulations, fella. Keep getting in touch with us because I will be showing all of these to Ross. The handles, Red Bull UK. Now, this morning we saw the most incredible sunset, and I know that Ross has talked so much about the most incredible moments he's seen, and Mother Nature has thrown some wonders his way, as well as some low points. But above all, he always says you need to respect Mother Nature. Let's take a look at some of nature's best bits with Ross Edgley.
It feels like when you're in the ocean, sometimes you can basically dance with Mother Nature, other times you're fighting with Mother Nature. Scotland is just a beast. It's stunning, but the moment you start taking all of that in, you're probably just going to get slapped in the face, or you're just going to be sitting in the middle of a storm for a few days. I thought I'd seen everything there was to see. Scotland decided to spring a little bit of a surprise on me. I say little, a giant basking shark. Big belly, massive mouth, just going about its business. Just finished the morning swim here on Lundy Island, just off the coast of Devon. This place is stunning. I honestly can't do it justice. That was one of my favourite parts, just coming face to face with a seal. The Bristol Channel just went and delivered a giant minke whale.
There it is, there it is. Oh, it's a massive minke whale right there. It's a whale, Ross. It's not a dolphin. Yeah, it's a whale, it's not a dolphin. He said it's the biggest one yet.
I've grown to respect the jellyfish.
Huh?
Oh, you alright? Jelly.
What's going on, Ross?
Is not pleasant.
I've never seen such a swarm of jellies.
Rod's taken what we think is probably a blue bottle to the face.
There, a little bit there.
But your lower lip looking quite. Yeah.
Is that for 12 hours a day? Absolute machine.
You right, mate? Ross, we've got quite a bit of current because we're a bit early, so we need to step up the stroke rate a little bit.
Swim quicker.
Yeah, just for the next half an hour. Okay. Hello!
Yeah, you've seen him.
If you're joining us, we are here at the Great British Swim. Now, the boats that you can see are Ross's friends and family. The boat, there behind Ross to the left. They've got some jellyfish, they've got banners, the jellyfish flags, banners, and they were shouting and whooping at him and cheering him on. And then over here as well, they were saying, "Don't give up, keep going." It's so exciting, this whole build-up. I'm not sure he can hear everyone because he has got his earplugs in. And just to the left of me, in case you're wondering who these guys are on the jet skis, they are the professional photographers who will be documenting his every move as he heads in to Margate. And let's not forget that Ross has undertaken a mammoth task, and he's already swum over 2,500 even kilometres around Great Britain, and will become the first person to do so. It's incredible, and it will be happening here live. And so far, he's had the longest single swim, and it was 33.5 kilometres in 5 hours and 45 minutes. And he's returning today to the location in Margate where he started 157 days ago on the 1st of June 2018. And Ross hasn't touched land since starting over 5 months ago. He's already broken 3 world records during the swim. He's the first person to swim the entire south coast in 30 days. Fastest swim from Land's End to John O'Groats in 62 days, and the world's longest staged sea swim, which will end today at 157 days. It's been incredible. He's had weekly vlogs that have been published to the Red Bull YouTube channel, so if you haven't checked them out, make sure that you do. And the fans have been able to track the swim on the live tracker on redbull.com. Keep sending in your comments and your well wishes, because at some point when he takes a break, we will inform him of everything. But right now, look, the boats and everyone's joining them. They're getting so excited. We're all here for this man who just has to keep swimming.
Liam? Liam, what's the time?
Caroline,
Are you stiff?
are you ready for Red Bull TV?
Do you want a cup of tea, or do you still have to keep going?
Still going.
Okay. Water? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So if we could start. Yes, mate, you're on speakerphone.
Yeah, okay, so, sorry, okay, ready, are we ready? Sorry, you ready?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to Red Bull TV. We are on Hecate and this is the Great British Swim. Now this man behind me with the pink boy is Ross Edgley, and for those of you who don't know, he is the man of the hour. He will be making history today. About 6 months ago, Ross came up with the idea that he wanted to be the first man to swim around Great Britain without setting foot on land. And he originally thought, when he set off from Margate Beach, that it would take 100 days. Well, 157 days later, we are about to see him complete. When I say about, in a couple of hours. But he got in the water today at 7 a.m. It was a little bit emotional with him and the crew. They have been here. The Hecate has been their home for the past 5 months. They've been eating together, sleeping together, crying together, and doing everything together. It has been a mammoth challenge, but this inspiring man is about to make history today. It's all extremely exciting. Now come with me, because he would not be able to do this without his wonderful crew. And one man in particular, I like to call him the sea god, because he seems to know everything there is to know about the sea. And it is the captain, Matt. He looks like he's doing some very important, serious business.
Yeah, I can't see any boys at the moment. I can see the small boys off the port side there, are they?
Yes, well, I've lost them now, but yeah, we run.
You can see all of the boats that are behind. They're friends and family of Ross who have come to cheer him on and tell him to not stop now and to keep going. And when they first saw him, there were just cheers and whoops. It's such an incredible scene. They're all here and it's wonderful.
JJ, so I'm going to send the search and friends and family boat in about 10 minutes time. So,
This is Matt.
make sure that the safety team are aware of that. They'll go around the spearheads.
Everyone on Hecate has got a vital role, and if one piece of the puzzle is missing, it could all go wrong. But a very important piece is Matt. He's giving directions right now. Weather conditions, currents, everything to do with the water. This man knows it all. So, Matt, I'm sorry, you look so busy, but I know that people are talking about winds and currents and he's being pushed maybe back to London. What is going on?
Yeah, it's pretty hectic, but it's all another day's work on the Great British Swim, basically. Just a slightly more complicated one than normal.
So am I right in thinking that he's having to swim really fast because there's a current that's pushing him to our right?
Yeah, we actually did a dress rehearsal for this yesterday with the boat, with not Ross, because we didn't want to tire him out, but I actually brought the boat over here yesterday about this time just to check on the currents and make sure there weren't any eddies that might set us off. But we're actually a little bit earlier than we should have been for one reason or another, and so the currents are a bit stronger than expected, so he's having to work quite hard just to keep on track and make sure he makes it into Margate.
And it's been your job to basically guide him through the conditions of the water, the currents, the wind, everything. Not much pressure then?
Well, you know, Ross doesn't really do pressure, so it's, you know, he does it all with a smile, so if any of us ever start feeling the pressure, then it's just enough for him to pop his head up and give us a laugh, and then away we go again, you know.
Brilliant. I mean, it must have felt a little bit emotional that this is the last swim.
Yeah, emotions are definitely running high. I mean, obviously everyone's overtired anyway, having not had much sleep for the last 5 months, so that doesn't help. But yeah, it's incredibly emotional. I mean, you know, he's very much become part of our family, and we feel very much as though we're all in this together, and he's got to do it by hook or by crook. So, yeah, there's been some ups and downs along the way, and he's had to dig really deep from time to time. So, so that's just you know, part of the course, really.
Oh, Matt, and you're dodging me because you're trying to look at him, so I will stop distracting you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And like I said, every piece of the jigsaw needs to be perfectly in place for this challenge to happen. From Matt to Suzanne, who's cooking, from Harriet and Taz, everyone needs to be on board doing their part so that Ross can keep swimming and achieve his goal. And there he is, against the current. In case you're wondering where he's swimming to, he's swimming to the point where he started the Great British Swim, at which point 300 swimmers will join him, and then they will swim part of the way with him, and of course he'll then finish on his own as he comes up to the beach and steps foot on land for the first time in 157 days. Excitement is building, we cannot wait. But at the moment, all eyes are on this man. He's almost done it. This is it. We're on the final kilometre. 1 kilometre to go. As the captain, Matt, said, there's a strong current, so he's fighting hard against it. But if anyone knows Ross, we know that he'll never give up. His friends and family are cheering. They've got banners. They've got flags with jellyfish on. Everyone's ready to celebrate.
Do you want to ask them if they want a shot of that?
We nearly said hello. What's that map there?
How's my pack doing? 50%.
That was so much fun.
Yes, it just can't be.
See you on the beach!
Oh, does he want a banana?
That's too far for us to go.
Okay. Is it not in vision? Now, it goes without saying that obviously to complete a challenge like swimming around Great Britain, nutrition has got to be an important factor, if not one of the most vital factors. So nutrition was given an extremely important role by Suzanne, who was cooking, and everyone was on top of Ross's diet. But which food was Ross's favourite food? Check this out, let's find out.
What is fueling the Great British Swim? It's just a giant eating competition with a little bit of swimming thrown in. Fish and chips. Strong. When it comes to food and looking at the menu, the crew will quite often think in terms of flavours and seasonings and what foods go together, whereas me, with my salt tongue, I'm just thinking, just give me calories and carbohydrates. That's all I want in any form that my tongue can tolerate. As well as the calories, as well as the carbs, making sure I'm actually taking care of my immune system as well, which is why I'm eating anything and everything that is packed with vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, enzymes. So if I'm swimming for 12 hours throughout the whole day, I might need a supplement aid like caffeine. Starting each day, each tide, quite often I'll be looking at 1 can of Red Bull, 80 milligrams of caffeine. We basically just had to get real business-like as a team, and it was just eat, swim, sleep, repeat, all the way until we got across the top of Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the little-known hero of the Great British Swim, the humble banana. The banana tally that is up to 554. They're like neutral in taste and soft, and I just intuitively kind of thought, banana, that's going to be my best friend right now.
Ross Edgley is eating a banana, and I'm doing 5.5 knots.
Fastest banana in Great Britain. Do you want to taste how fast?
6.7. Yeah, I do.
So ladies and gentlemen, that is what is fueling the Great British Swim.
Yeah, they've gone, they were happy, it was perfect. Well done, man. Sweet.
Yeah, if he gives me a count, I'll start it. Thank you for getting in touch, everybody, across Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And if you haven't done so, you of course can. On Instagram and Twitter, it's Red Bull UK. On Facebook and YouTube, it's Red Bull. Let me read out some of these comments. Ross Anderson, what an achievement from one Ross to another. Absolutely incredible. What a man. Hashtag Great British Swim. Hashtag Red Bull. Thanks, Ross. Christian Ferro, what's the final banana count? Oh, I don't know, let me find out. Matt, what's the final banana count?
We haven't finished yet, I'll tell you in a bit.
He said, we haven't finished yet, so don't worry, Christian, we will let you know. And Ricardo sent, banana! Skiller12381, banana! Everyone's getting excited for the banana count. I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Rideau. Now that's another level of waterman. Thanks for that. And Julian giving Neptune a run for his money. Hashtag Great British Swim, the new king of the sea. Ross Edgley, you legend. Now, I must let you know that the swimmers, there's 300 swimmers that are going to be joining him, and they are, I believe, they're getting ready, they're in the water, and they are on their way to greet him and join him, which will be extremely exciting. We might have some shots, so if we do, let's please go to the shots of the swimmers who will be supporting him and joining him.
I was like, oh, I'm clear, I can put the camera down. Fine. Fast trucking. So this is I'm gonna do a battery change or something.
We are, yeah.
Do you want to check on to see with them when it might be a good time within the next sort of 20 minutes or so? powering down. Right. Check if this is coming through on the live unit.
You've got that piece trapped power lead in your pocket.
Ross! Ross! One more!
Wait.
The other one!
Bananas float.
They do.
There's still a bit of current setting you this way, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to come the other side of you. That's where you're going.
I have no idea. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Oh, you left. Shall I sort of there? Oh, Olaf! Nee, I did.
Ross! You've got current, you need to keep swimming.
Does it show that it's on the little on the LED on the LCD? Does it?
Oh, you found the boot. Did you sink the boot?
No, I didn't. I remember.
Come to me, Ross! Just guide him in. Just make sure you look after him right till the last minute.
Rossi. I'm going to manoeuvre over to the other side of the boat.
Are you doing this transfer or not to the rib?
Yes.
Yeah, they're ready for you now.
Scratch that, we're going to get
Taz!
onto the rib.
Taz! There's current, bring him this way.
We can do it when we're on the rib. Can see it feels like the party has already started. 300 swimmers in the water. They've just met Ross, who has swum on over to them. He has swum there very excitedly. At the beginning this morning, he was telling me that I should get in and swim with him. But there we go. They are in the water, and they are ready to do this final lap with him. I can't imagine the emotions that he's feeling, because throughout this journey, all that he's been saying is that he just wants to inspire people, he wants to connect with people, he wants to hear everyone's comments, and he's just so grateful. So I imagine that he will be thrilled and having the time of his life right now with all of them. How fantastic is that? What an incredible atmosphere.
So just to recap, we're going to be taking on 2 live views, one back up. Yep, the FS7. Anything else you need us to take? Yeah.
And just so that you know, out of these 300 swimmers, I believe 57 are channel swimmers. And I think we've got, is it 8 swimmers that are ice swimmers? I believe it's 8. And we've also got swimmers from all over the world. It's absolutely incredible. The turnout here, the support. We're not talking about joining someone in Fiji in the hot weather. We're talking about November in England, where the water will be extremely cold, but everyone has turned up to support Ross, because this is what the whole challenge is about. It's about inspiring people like you and me, and that's exactly what he's done. What a legend.
We're pretty close to them now, aren't we? Right, I don't want to be in your shot, mate, so... Can you pick out... Yeah, you get that top?
No, I can't see him.
Can you give us a bit of guidance where he is? Just can't see him.
We can just get as close in.
Get as close in as possible.
Yeah. Red ball jet ski at the back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Kayak, then safety.
Yeah, we are driving towards it then.
Duncan, do you want me to relay any message to the car? Because I don't seem to be responding, over.
He's not swimming again, yeah. He's still trying.
Just want to confirm with the kayak.
Bring it along. Everything's on this side, so yeah. You sit on that seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay there. Tell me where you want to go. I'll get you there.
Just honestly, I think it's Ross actually.
You know where Ross is? Yeah, pink boy. Oh yeah. Black wetsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, just tell me when.
Tell us when he wants to go.
Well, as you can hear, the atmosphere is definitely building. The swimmers are in the water. In case you can't see Ross, he isn't wearing a white swimming cap. He's wearing a black swimming cap, and his buoy is bright pink. So look for the bright pink buoy. He's right there at the front, and the swimmers are behind him. They're cheering him on. They're sending him inspirational cheers of, come on, you can do it. Just keep swimming. And it's very emotional, actually. And I haven't been with him for the 5 months, but I'm feeling very emotional, and it's very exciting because this is it. Being in the water with 300 swimmers swimming alongside him is incredible. And this is what it's all about. And there he goes, the final swim back to where it all began. 157 days. It's not completed yet, but we're almost there. Oh, there we go. The guys are giving him a little bit of guidance with direction. It can get quite tough. There's currents, winds, and of course, let's not forget the English temperature. I'm freezing and I'm dry. I would not like to be a swimmer right now because it's so cold. But I'll tell you what, they are more than troopers. They are involved, and they're all swimming with that famous smile.
bit about the how to finish the dance, and a bit about that, and he said that we can zip up to the beach quite soon. I think we need to go in a couple of minutes. How much swimming then? How much more swimming do you reckon he's got? 5 minutes? We do this quickly? Because we need to get on the beach. And what do you reckon the crazy? Yeah. Okay, should we go now?
We've got to get positioned as well, yeah. You want to split this? You want to stay with us for a bit and then get on the beach? And we're going now.
That's the shot we want, so let's go on there now. Yeah. I'm just going to let them know. Trust you, we're going to go onto the beach now, mate, alright? Just to be safe.
Just tell me when. Just tell him to tell me when and I'll
Trust you, just tell Caroline when you want to hear it from.
Well, there we have it. We can see 300 swimmers all alongside Ross in support of the Great British Swim. And the crew have managed to get on to a little boat and they are coming ashore so that they can greet him on land. What an emotional journey it's been. And I can see that on the beach it's just lined with people. Everyone has turned up and shown up for this incredible achievement. He is about to make history. He thought he could do it in 100 days. It's 157 days later. It's absolutely amazing. I cannot believe that it's finally coming to an end. When we've watched the vlogs day in, day out, week in, week out, the tiredness, the chafing in his neck, rhino neck, banana tallies, when you think about it all, it was all worth it for this very moment that he is about to experience. So stay with us because we are live. In case you're wondering who the guys are in the red kayaks, now they are the Marines. They are guiding him because obviously it's difficult. You've got the elements that sometimes are against you. Matt told us earlier that the current would be sending him back to London. Oh, and in case you're hearing the whirring, they are the Red Bull Matadors who have just turned up. Look at that. The Red Bull Matadors have shown up for Ross Edgley.
He's in the black cap, isn't he? He'll be at the very front, mate.
In case you are wondering, in case you're wondering what is happening during this yellow buoy, the swimmers have stopped because this is the moment where Ross officially crosses the finish line and completes his challenge. He's done it, but he's busy saying thank you to everyone in the water with him. That is just the kind of man that he is. He's crossed the finish line and he'll be swimming now to greet his family, his friends. This will be the first time he steps foot on land in 157 days. Has just come on to the beach. He's officially finishing as we speak right now. Sorry. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much.
We're all in, mate. Over here, look. Thanks, man. So proud of you, brother. That's amazing. Get the shoulder up, Ross. Get it up with your head. Well, I've not got much. Get the second. You're amazing, man. Oh, boom! He is the new God of the sea.
Because the boat dropped us off quite far.
Oh, you made it!
Sorry, I'm just
Come forward a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Daniel! What's the guy staying behind? Mate, that was a terrible idea! Ollie! I know! Daniel!
Yes, Ross!
Amazing, mate! Amazing! Oh, that was a terrible idea. James, how you doing? Oh, where's it?
Ross family here. Come through.
Absolutely unbelievable feat.
How's the tennis going?
He wanted to be 100 days. It's been 155 days. But he never gave up. He stayed strong. Stayed positive. Ate a lot of food. 1 million calories in total. But he made it. Made history this morning.
No, I know, I didn't think.
Getting some love off his mum. Round of applause for all the other swimmers. Especially the guy with no tickle. You're not going to upstage Ross like that, Ross.
Who is it? Ollie was saying to do a second lap.
Legend. We're going to go do the live interview now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you think about, mate?
Oh, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that! Maybe it's just some random prick to get one.
Right, everyone's tight, don't go anywhere. Ross is going to be hounded by the media. I'm going to do a BBC interview in a minute.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
Okay, Austria, stand back.
I've got Tom and Andy now.
Andy, get in there now.
Oh, right, we'll get pizza and stones. This is amazing. Look at this.
Well done!
Oh my god, this is so cool. Look at this.
I love that that's what you're excited about.
It's really sturdy. I thought it would be like. How are you? Did you not? I thought you were getting in.
Oh my god. Keeps going on about it. I almost did because the boat stopped about a mile away. No, it didn't.
Amazing.
I saw.
That swimming, I had to put my goggles on. I was getting really emotional. So like I had to just put my goggles on and yeah.
That's what it's about, though.
Yeah, I think like honest. And then I initiated a group hug, and then the boy was getting tangled up, and I was like, I immediately regret this. But then everyone was like, oh, that was pretty cool.
Well, you've done it. You're officially the first person to swim round Great Britain without touching land. How are you feeling?
Ropey. I thought I was going to fall over, honestly. And then I started running. I was like, that's a mistake. And then
that was going to be my next question. First time you've actually walked on land. How are you doing?
It feels a bit weird. It feels a bit too solid for my liking. Like, yeah, no, it was a bit. But I started to jog, and Karen, I'll be honest, I almost fell over then. Like, I was like this. I was really wobbly. And the moment to show, bang. But this is cool, isn't it?
Yes, it is cool. What you've done is pretty incredible as well, Ross.
Oh, no. Like, no, where is Hecate still out there?
Yes, your crew, I've seen them, they're there. Your crew are here. They managed to get in.
Mate, so many stories, Ed, so many. Some not fit for broadcast. I was just saying to Ed, we've been chatting all the way round, and I was like, Ed, we'll go catch up, but then there's some stories that were a bit too...
You can tell us later.
All right, okay, yeah.
You can tell us later. How did it feel when, A, you saw the incredible swimmers?
Oh, that was unbelievable. Well, you could hear them. Like, they were amazing.
And B, the Red Bull Matadors.
That's amazing, isn't it? Again, I'm like such a kid when I see this. So I was trying to swim in because everyone's like, look, you lead. But I was like, I want to watch the Matadors. So that is pretty incredible. But no, but like, this is I think what I love about open water swimming the most, in that you won't find many other sports where people will come out in November, 5 o'clock in the morning, like, and just to swim out like for a mile, and that actually right there represented why I love open water swimming. That was amazing.
That's what I was going to say to you, because as we were coming in on the boat and you could just see all of these people, it must have been incredible.
Yeah, it was weird. Because I've had my face in the water for so long now, I didn't know like that. And I thought it was just going to be my mum and my dad with a pizza.
Well, no, there's loads of people, but I tell you what, you are in high demand. So I'm going to let you go to your next interview. Thank you for making me the exclusive first one. I feel so privileged.
This is the man to blame, by the way. This is Ollie. He's the one who came up with the idea. Ollie,
he's passing it on to you. Listen, thank you so much. Well done. Congratulations. Go off to your next interview.
Second lap.
Can you hear that, guys? Waiting for wrap up from camera.
And can I just check, is the outro going to be with the best bit? Can you check if that's what we finish?
It's Wilkie. No. It's such a bad idea. It took ages. Great Britain.
Count me in. Well, here we have it, a journey that started 5 months ago. After 157 days, Ross Edgley is officially the first man to swim around Great Britain without setting foot on land. He has set the world record. He has made the history books. And there he is, celebrating amongst the crowds. He's had the matadors come out to greet him. He's had swimmers come out to greet him. And the beach here in Margate is lined with supporters, friends, families. He has done it. But above all, he's not just a legend, he's an inspiring human being. Here are his best bits. Thank you, Ross, and congratulations.
Sup guys, Ross Edgley here, athlete adventurer. I want to become the very first person to swim all the way around the coast of mainland Britain without ever touching land. Many people have tried, no one has succeeded, so there really isn't a blueprint.
Nice, all the way back, all the way back.
If I wasn't nervous before, I'm terrified now.
This place is stunning. That was one of my favourite parts, just coming face to face with a seal.
If you poke your head around that corner just over there, that is Land's End.
South Coast, completed it.
The Bristol Channel delivered a giant minke whale.
Oh, it's a massive minke whale.
Woke up this morning with chunks of my tongue on my pillow.
My neck was basically bleeding.
You alright? Jelly.
I've never seen such a swarm of jelly.
And I've got such a newfound respect for the ocean. You can be the best swimmer in the world. The ocean just doesn't care. It really doesn't care. If you're prepared to actually subject your body to that stress and stimuli, you will come out the other side stronger, fitter, and just harder to kill. I honestly think we all have this innate ability within all of us to overcome severe hardship. Lace up your trainers, put your goggles on, or get on your bike and just get on that start line. And honestly, I think you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.